So I had started this year on this channel with the explicit goal of having the most productive year of my life. And so far, I'm on the case. We are so maybe a little bit behind in, probably a lot behind in writing as far as, and reading as far as the absolute best years of my life. But those years, I didn't do a whole lot of writing. Running. I didn't do a whole lot of weightlifting. I didn't do a whole lot of any of that stuff. Uh, I've done a lot. So anyway, what I'm saying is I've never been super terrible about allotting my time in ways that will get me progress in certain areas of my life, but I always end up falling behind in others. This year, I have done a fairly good job of keeping things spread out evenly. Maybe not on this channel. I haven't had the production that I want to, but I wanted to go through my goals for June, and everything in June, July, and August is going to get a little bit smashed by the running and walking goals that I have. And I didn't realize until recently, I even crossed 200 miles in the month of September last year. So I'm going to have quite a bit of, of walking to do going forward. But the goals for June in 2023, 203 miles on the track, 50 of them running. I had a little taste of what it is that I want to do this coming summer. The past 2 days I've been off. I was off yesterday and today. Running 2 miles and then getting the rest of the walk in with some lifts involved. Uh, Going to be difficult. I have to do it though, because if I'm going to fit in more miles than I had last year, I need to be more efficient time wise with those miles and running miles. Today, I did 2 miles with a 9-ish minute average. If I am able to keep that up, that cuts down the walking time precipitously. So I'm going to have to do that to make better use of time. Um, Overhand rows hit 900. Overhand rows are like this grip on a bar, pulling yourself up on it. Dips 900, because last year I got 867 overhand rows and 837 dips. Underhand rows 700 compared to last year's 681. Push-ups 1400 in the month of June. Last year I got 1380. Jumping jacks last year I got 216. I would like to get 220. Basically, a lot of these are just beating the numbers from last year. Sit-ups are actually not just sit-ups, not just crunches, but they're on an apparatus at the park that is declined. It's not a whole lot, obviously, over the course of a month, but last year I did not get that many. I want to hit a weight of 212 pounds this month, the month of June 2024. That is going to mean losing about 5 pounds. If I am able to lose 5 pounds this month, that will put me on the trajectory to get under 200 pounds by the end of the summer. That is my ultimate goal for weight, is to break back under 200 pounds. Now, YouTube goals for the month of June. Last year, I posted 30 videos on Strip Cover Lit in June. I posted a single video on this channel in June, and on my other YouTube projects, I posted 30 videos as well. I want to have 30 posted videos on Strip Cover Lit. I also want to have a 12 video bank, which means a 12 video lead. Currently, I am sitting at 6 videos of lead for Strip Cover Lit, so that would mean all I have to really do is double the lead that I currently have in order to get 12 videos ahead. This allows me the time that I need to create here. This allows me the time that I need to create more high editing, more high production value videos on Strip Cover Lit. On this channel, I want to get back to posting one video per week. And then you see 4,000 words there for this channel. I want to get to a place where I am making more high value content here. where I am making production value content here, where I am making video essay content here. My goal is predominantly to be a video essay channel, sort of all over the spectrum, whether that is current events. There's a couple ideas I have for things like that. I have a video on the channel called For Who Ukraine Tolls, which is just an examination sort of the impact of that war, not taking sides, not being political, just saying, look, this is the devastation that has already happened. One of the talking points that I have in that video is it's a crude way to do it, right? It's a crude way to put these ideas out there, but taking the countries of Russia and Ukraine, their GDP per capita, multiplying that by the young men that have already been lost, and you see the economic devastation on a person by person basis that is not what has happened now. It is what will happen every year going forward economically. And I know it's not to talk about money. It's to talk about production, right? If people aren't around to do that stuff, everyone else suffers in that supply chain of that country, in the production chain of that country. And it's a crude way to do it, but I think that it is something that really gets the point across. And I think that I have several other ideas of ways to look at things in that fashion that just put a different light on things. So I want to get 4,000 words down for videos. I want to make a video about, and I know I always talk about stuff I want to do, but nihilism is underrated, things like that. Hauntology in general, doing a lot more reading on hauntology, done some production on hauntology over on Stripped Cover Lit with a series of videos called Dancing with Emily, and they're poetry reviews for Emily Dickinson where I work in both nihilism and hauntology. The other YouTube projects that I have, I want to do 30 videos because I posted 30 videos last June as well, but I want to get ahead in them with 3 videos of a bank. Writing goals, 5,000 words. I have a couple different projects that I am working on. I want to write 4 poems, which comes out to writing a poem a week, and finish 2 short stories. I'm not really at that pace right now, but one of the things that I have found myself able to do lately is be productive with my writing. It doesn't take me a whole lot of writing to get into a project. So I've been able to finish projects that I would not maybe normally have been able to finish in so few hours of writing. So I think that is going to be, I got an embarrassingly small amount of reading and writing done last year during the month of June. So I'm going to be able to beat that as long as I'm able to stay consistent. I want to do 300 pages of reading this month. Probably for Stripped Cover Lit, I need to do closer to 500 pages of reading, but I have to find a way to work that. The problem I'm really having with it is working in the reading to nooks and crannies of my day where I am also able to get the ideas down for the videos that I'm going to make. So, yeah, I can sit down and read 20 pages of Carrie in 10 minutes, but am I going to be able to have the space and time to take notes on that reading for my read along of Carrie? That's where I'm struggling right now as far as these things are concerned. A personal goal that I have is every year, and maybe I'll share that on the channel this year, every year I make a Word document for the year of my life, the goals. I'm turning 39 this year. and I want to have by the end of June 500 goals in that list. So when I set these goals, I am super aggressive and thorough. The past few years, I haven't really done as much work on it as I would like because I get into the summer months leading up to September, and I don't make time for myself to make those goals. I sort of have a list of them in the back of my mind, and I work on those through the year. But I want to do better with that document this year. I used to go all out on it with um, breaking everything down. So maybe I'll share that on. Maybe I will hold myself accountable by sharing that on the channel this year. Now, finally, financial goals for the month of June. I want to work 10 hours of overtime. 10 hours of overtime would grant me a little bit more money in order to invest. That is something I want to get back to. This has not been a good year for investing. If I were to talk about the best years of my life investing, it would have been 2020, 2021, 2022. Haven't made any investments this year. I have flipped a couple CDs, and that second goal there is to flip a CD. There's another CD that I have that will be maturing. So getting out ahead of that is going to be important. The rates right now on CDs make them a legitimate option for getting a little bit ahead. You're staying very slightly ahead of inflation, but I think that the market is in I think the market is going to take a great downturn during the summer, and we've already seen little bits of that with Dell crashing 17% at the end of May. So, you know, I have the last goal there to make an investment. I'm going to have to pick that investment very carefully. I am not. We have already had cycles in the tech giants. We have already had cycles through the dividend plays, the value stocks, the value plays. I'm suffering a little bit with the value plays right now. A couple of the companies on which I had pulled the trigger previously, trying to get that dividend income up, really tanked, and they were dividend aristocrats, and they are Leggett and Platt was one of them. Um, Not doing very good right now. Newell Brands was not a dividend aristocrat, but it was an interesting dividend play that I had pinpointed and figured out and thought I was going to be doing okay with that move. They'd been a fairly steady company for a while, but they have been awful. Like they might go bankrupt. Um, but I'm not 100% sure. This is not financial advice. I want to try to, if I'm going to make an investment this month, what it is going to be is hopefully a pinpointed AI play. AI is going to be going through the cycle too, I believe. I think there are going to be some AI plays that crash. I think there are some AI plays that are undeserving of the market caps they currently have. And there will be a reckoning for that, I think, in the next few months. But those are the goals that I have for the month of June. Won't you share yours with me as well?